welcome to part 2 of today's episode of Dog Turds into Diamonds. As you can see, we are set for the replay of the FA Cup first round against League One Leyton Orient. We dominated the first game. I've got high hopes that we can get through this one, and there is a major prize on offer for the winner. The winner gets Vanarama National League South team Welling United in the second round. That is a huge opportunity to make the third round this season, and obviously the chance of maybe going to a big away tie. So, I mean, it's absolutely massive, imperative that we get through this game. Can we continue to build on the confidence of our last performance? And the great thing as well is you can see Northampton are also playing a replay today. In 4 days' time, we will be facing Northampton at home. So the fact they're playing today as well, and they are not going to have any advantage of extra rest or extra training, is also really, really good for us. I've got to have a look at the team and see if everybody's fit. Yeah, I think I'm going to change Igor Luiz out of the right back position. He is not back at full fitness after only 2 days rest. I'm going to leave Lee Watkins in at the back. He's so important to us. But what I will do is I'm going to put James Sheringham at left back for Armitage, and I'm going to put Liam Walsh in the midfield there. Now, Malicio is a little bit tired, but do I change him up for Schofield, perhaps? I'm going to leave it as it is there for the moment. I have had to bring in Fran Hodgin because, unfortunately, Joshua Duffus, who is so important to us, is suspended for today's game. And also, Marinos Mikhail is on international duty. So that is... those are two important players that we're missing out on here. So I'm going to bring in, let's have a look. Do I bring in Thomas Hughes, the man, the legend? I'm going to bring in Thomas Hughes on the bench. He's an option as a number 10 or on the left wing. He's obviously not having a good season, but maybe one last dance for Thomas Hughes. Maybe he could come up with one of his wonderful free kicks for us today. That would be good. Apart from that, I'm going to keep the same team. Let's see how this goes. Nice to see Martinez and Watkins are now forming a real understanding between them. That's fantastic. Apart from that, there's not much I really want to change. The first game went so well. You do feel like all we have to do is start putting our chances away, and we've got a decent team this season. I mean, we're a very young team, and we've really been struggling to put the chances away, but we have played well in our games. It's been enjoyable to see some of our performances. We just cannot score the goals that we need. I'm going to make the same change I did last game. I'm going to play with lots of width. I'm not going to make... do I want to make the overlaps? I'm not going to start with overlaps, but, that might change. We're playing at home. We've got the advantage down the wings. So, I'm going to play that narrow defensive setup again. I think their formation just lends itself to it. But we could be in for a hell of a story here if we can beat the League One team and get into that second round where the winner of this game is a massive favourite for that second round game against Welling United. Could be absolutely huge. We've had a good start here. We've had the shots at goal. We've had the possession, and we've got the first highlight. Agyapong into Hodgin, finds Sani. And he's forced a good save out of the keeper there. We actually hit the woodwork 5 times in the last game. As we get another highlight here, and Watkins heads over. Liam Walsh with a nice free kick there. Watkins in again. I think Watkins he's improving so much. I think he's going to prove to be a really great League Two defender this season. Sani in again. Agyapong set him up. And Mannion makes another save. And would James Price have taken that chance? Liam Walsh will put the corner in. Agyapong, can he? He can! We are 1 up against the league team, and you have to say, it is thoroughly deserved. We've dominated the open exchanges, and Liam Walsh, with his free kick ability, being brought back into the team, and I think playing in that defensive midfield role, I think might be the way forward for Liam Walsh this season. And let's just praise the players. It's been a fantastic performance here. One of our performances of the season, without a question. Leyton Orient have not had a single shot. Not a shot on target. Not a single shot. I'm going to tell the players I'm happy. Normally I would ask them not to be complacent, but I really want to build the morale up. And I think a good performance in this game really gives us something to build on. As we get a little stutter in the game there. Earthy getting a ball in, and it's 1-1. It was Antonio Baptista onside. He wasn't. He was offside. Thank goodness for that. Yeah, it wasn't even close, was it? He's a good 3 metres offside there. Nice finish, but it counts for nothing. And can we here get another to really settle some nerves? I'm going to make some changes here. We've got Agyapong and Malicio in the midfield are extremely tired. I'm going to bring Malicio off, and I think I'm going to bring Gavin Schofield on. What is his best position? So his best position, I'm going to make him an advanced playmaker on support, and that I'm going to change Evans to an inside forward, just so we haven't got too many playmakers on the field. Lee Watkins is very tired. Do I want to change him up? I'm going to bring Greg Cartwright in. That means Lee Watkins should be okay for the Northampton game, which is going to be absolutely huge. And I'm going to leave Glenn Sani on for the moment. He's leading the line really well, even if he hasn't scored, but he is very tired. And Leyton Orient starting to get a bit more of a hold in this game now. Kearns off the woodwork. We've survived it. And can we kick on now? They've had 3 shots, but still yet to have a shot on target. I'm going to make my final change. Now, do I bring Agyapong off? Or do I bring Sani off? Do you know what? I think I'm going to leave James Price. Oh, I don't know what to do here. No, I'm going to bring James Price on for Sani. He's a good option for us if they should equalise. He's a good option for us as a penalty taker. He is our #1 penalty taker. Let's demand more from the team here in the last few minutes. I'm going to start time wasting as well. Full out time wasting. Slow this game down. And I'm actually going to tell them to get stuck in for the last few minutes, just to try and get this game over the line. We haven't had many highlights in the second half, but we have still controlled the game. And we are deserved winners here. We are into the FA Cup second round at home against Welling. And the chance of getting that lucrative away day at a big club in the third round is well and truly on now. It's still just the 1 goal. We're still not scoring enough, but we've got to be happy at beating League One opposition again this season. And there you go. I mean, what can you say? It's a brilliant performance, really. We get £23,000. I mean, we are such a young team, as it says there. I'll do the press conference in a minute, and we are up against Welling, who are 7th in the Vanarama National League South. I mean, that is a huge opportunity to make the 3rd round. Let's praise Agyapong for his goal. He started the season out of the team, and he's come back in, and he's starting to really make himself undroppable. I'll sort that training out later as well. Who's Louis Ward at Accrington? He's on loan from Wigan. Yeah, he looks a half decent winger, to be fair, doesn't he? I'm very, very pleased with that. Is Louis Ward on my shortlist? He's not. Let's put him on my shortlist. So I'm going to do our press conference. How did that affect the finances, by the way? Because we've got 2 lots of gate receipts there and the prize money. We are now back in the black. We, of course, spend 40,000 a month on our stadium loan, which doesn't help, and we're £1,000 a week over the wage budget as well. Or sorry, 1,600 a week over the wage budget. So yeah, that is much needed cash. We'll get another good payday in the 2nd round against Welling, and hopefully we can get a major game in the 3rd round, which would hopefully help with the funding of the stadium. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I am going to go forward to the Northampton game. This is now a triple header. I'm doing all 3 games in the same episode. So don't go away. I am going to be right back, hopefully with a fully fit side, to take on our big rivals Northampton in the league, where we can hopefully get off or get out of the relegation zone. I will be right back. Here goes then. We are back for the 3rd of today's triple header. And can we take that wonderful form from the FA Cup, 2 clean sheets and a win against the League One side? Can we take that into this game and get a massively important win against our local rivals? They're expecting nearly 7,000 in the stadium, so it's another big payday. Northampton's Sixfields Stadium, but we are the home side. We've really got to start putting some wins together. I've got such faith in this team. I think it's a young side that is developing well. It just needs to get those results over the line and get into a bit of a rhythm, get a bit of flow going. And I think we can make ourselves safe this season. But the first step is getting out of the relegation zone with a good performance and good win today. I've had a little look at Northampton's team. I've got to be honest, I don't think much to it. It looks like a Vanarama National League team. It really does. I think we can do this. I think we can do this. Now, what do I do with the team? We've had 3 days rest, 4 days between the games. So I think I'm going to stick with the same side that won the last game. I'm going to stick with Lamine Sharif at right back. His experience in that role rather than Igor Luis. We've got him. Do you know what? Sometimes I'm going to say Igor, sometimes I'm going to say Igor. I think we can just accept that fact now. I'm going to keep Glenn Sanney up front as well, even though he didn't score the last 2 games. He's been playing well. He scored in his last 2 league games. I want to give him the chance to establish himself, but we've got James Price there on the bench if it comes down to it. We've got Cartwright Louise on the bench, Armitage on the bench as well. Do I want to change that? Because, I mean, I've got Mikhail, who's not in the squad. But then if I have Armitage on the bench, I've got the option of moving Sheringham into midfield. So we'll go with that as it is. I've also got Schofield on the bench as well, rather than Mikhail. I really want to give him his chances. I think he can become a very important player for us with his creativity. The only thing I might want to do is Bailey Kadamachi is back in training. Do I bring him in? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. So Yeah, that's the team that goes out. Joshua Duffus is the only player that comes back in after his suspension. He comes back in on the left ahead of Fran Hodgin, who drops to the bench. I'm going to send that team out, and to start with, I am not going to set any specific marking responsibilities. I'm not going to specifically tell our wingers to track back, so it might leave their fullbacks a little bit free, but I really want to try and focus on the attacks. Let's, there you go, I went with the assistant. Let's go and put on a show. No one likes that, but with a little bit more cajoling, we're able to get a motivated team out on the field. There you go. The stadium looks packed, doesn't it? A packed out Sixfields stadium for this local derby. And I do like the way Football Manager 22 recognises, even if the team is not down as your major rival, it recognises local derbies as being something that fans are going to come and see. So the first highlight, 24 minutes in, we have possession. Again, we're trying to play out from the back. It's a change I made during the runner game since we were last here, and it seems to have given us a little bit more control of games, a little bit better performance. They do win it back and look for a through ball, but we win it back again. Patient build up here. Walsh still in the midfield there, helping out with that quality that he has. Duffus finds Sheringham. He looks for Duffus again, but it's away. We get it back again, and now Malicio and Sani. Glenn Sani has put us 1-0 up, assisted by Joshua Duffus. And that long highlight results in a goal. Pablo Martinez bringing that down. Malicio finds Duffus, and he's just headed on to Glenn Sani for his third league game in a row, getting on the score sheet. And hopefully we can keep this going. That is a very tight offside, isn't it? It might have even been a little bit off, but we are going to take it every day of the week as we get another highlight here. Sharif into Agipong. Agipong to Duffus. Sani, and it is 2-0 as Glenn Sani gets his 4th of the season. And AFC Rushden Diamonds might just have a new goal scoring hero as Glenn Sani is putting our local rivals to the sword here. Just that glancing header into the back post. A lovely little finish from Glenn Sani. And Ebbsfleet beating Fleetwood is also very good. That gets us closer to Fleetwood. Brings them, I think it's Fleetwood that are down in the relegation zone. Right, let's, do you know what? Last time we were up at half time, I told them I was pleased. This time I'm going to tell them to keep focused. I don't want them getting carried away. This is too important. We go into the second half. 2-0 up, but the job is not done yet. Duffus and Sani have been absolutely phenomenal, but they get a corner here, headed away. And I thought Duffus might bring that down and look to counter-attack, but Raksaki is back on the attack for them, and Evans heads it wide. And a little warning for us that this game is not over yet, and they have actually had more shots than us. I'm going to praise the players. They respond well. And I'm going to make a change here because Agipong is very tired, as are the defenders. Do you know what? I think I'm going to make a double change. I think Lamine Sharif is going to come off for Igor Luiz. And Agipong I am going to bring off for Gavin Schofield here. And I'm going to make Schofield that advanced playmaker that he played in the last game. And with that, move Evans to inside forward. Do you know what? I am going to put him on support. Just a little bit more defensive thoughts there. rather than him getting beyond the play, just supporting the play and perhaps being in a better position to support. So now a free kick for Northampton, and if this goes in, the last 15 minutes are going to be very nervy, and boy has that gone in, hasn't it? Anthony Evans has just smacked that in. And you know what, it might be time for marking. It might be time for specific marking responsibilities. Let's get into the tactics here. Let's get Martinez man marking there forward. And where is he? So Ed Phillips. For some reason, Pablo Martinez is not automatically being told to mark him there. And Duffus and Evans are going to track back with their fullbacks. We've got to try and just see this out. What else would we possibly like to do here? I'm going to stop playing out of defence, just with the fact they're playing 3 forwards. And apart from that, do you know what? Do I want to get stuck in? We've got 3 bookings there. Do I want to risk getting stuck in here? I think I'm going to do it. Just to see this game out. Let's do a little bit of time wasting. Come on, boys. We need to get through these last 15 minutes. Let's demand more. It won't let me because Evans is injured. And I've got James Price on the bench who can play right inside forward. I'm going to play him there. And hopefully he can just come up with a decent performance in the derby game. And let's do a bit more time wasting. Now we're in the last 10 minutes. Going to be more disciplined and we're just going to shoot on sight. Demand more from the players as they now get a highlight and they are in good possession. Oh no! It's ruled out. Unbelievable. That didn't look offside, did it? He looks well on there. And we may have just got away with one. Let's hold our shape. And I'm going to go to a balanced mentality for the last few minutes. We might just have absolutely got away with one there. Northampton have been much the better team in the second half. And they've got a late highlight here, have they? No, it's Rex Saki is sent off. And in the 95th minute, there is a highlight. Don't do this to me, Football Manager. Don't do it this way. Price and Louise keeping hold of the ball. And with a man advantage, can we maybe just make this sure at the end? Joshua Duffus, can he get a cross in? It's going to be another red card, is it? It's not. It's going to be a free kick if there's time to take it. Liam Walsh will take it. Men in the box. Can we seal it here? There's not even time to take it. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Oh my word. We've got away with it. 3 points. Bragging rights in the local derby, but more importantly, we have got 3 points, our 3rd league win of the season. We are now 4 games without defeat. We are through in the FA Cup. It's been a good day, hasn't it? We've endured a lot of tough days this season. I think we have got to enjoy a rare good day here. That is absolutely fantastic. There are, of course, going to be tougher tests. Northampton are the worst team in the league. They're bottom for a reason. But we've got to enjoy that we've managed to dig out those 3 points. And, well, hopefully now we are going to be in a position to kick on and really, we'll just kickstart our season as we approach the halfway point of this one. I think the next episode we will be back for the FA Cup second round, of course. That is too big to miss. The chance to get into the FA Cup third round for the second time in our history would be massive. And let's just bask in it, shall we? Oh my goodness. Walsall have won. Oh no. Walsall have won their game and left us in the relegation zone. After all that. Oh. But then, I mean, we're only 6 points behind Ebbsfleet, who are in 18th. And we're only 3 points behind Port Vale in 19th. So we've kept ourselves in touch. That win was absolutely vital. Next up, we are at home against Doncaster, who are up into 5th. That is going to be very, very difficult. But we can now take a little bit of confidence from this. Hopefully when you come back, we are going to be talking about maybe a decent little run and just looking a little bit more comfortable. We've put a bit of space between ourselves and Northampton. We've got a 4-point advantage over them, but we do now have to try and reel in those teams that are above us in the table. So let's have a quick look at the schedule. When are we going to be back here? We're on our best run of the season now. 4 games unbeaten, 2 draws and 2 wins. The FA Cup second round is at the start of December. And that is coming at the end of a decent little run here. We have got 3 home games and 2 away games to come up. Ebbsfleet, who are obviously down towards the bottom of the table. I think Salford are struggling. I think I'm right in saying that. So there's a couple of hopefully winnable games there. Shrewsbury, I think, are going very well, and Accrington, I think, are having a decent season. So hopefully we can come up with maybe a couple of wins there. That would be nice. And then we head into the FA Cup game. So it will be the FA Cup when we come back, and then after that we'll see how things are going. So we'll see you all at the start of December for Welling at home and a chance of a lucrative FA Cup third round tie. Let's have a look at the table. We'll leave it there, and I will see you guys very, very soon when hopefully things will look a little bit better than they do now. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, drop a like on the video, and see you again for another Dog Turds into Diamonds.